Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be sewing the Lover Romper today from Retro Sparkle Designs. I'll put the link to their website down below. So let's get started. You're going to need two front pieces. One of them is going to be your lining, your back piece, two side panels, two straps, and your frill. So I'm using this really pretty lace trim. So I just measured around the heart, but if you were to use fabric, you would have to gather it, and there's a pattern piece for that, so it fits perfectly around your heart. So we're going to start off with our main front piece. You're going to take that and your frill, and you're just going to clip it all the way around. If you were to be using fabric, you would have to gather that first and then come back and pin it all the way around. So for this step, I recommend a lot of clips or pins, whatever you used to sew with, just because we're sewing around round edges, so you want to make sure that it all stays in place. Now we're going to take our two straps and you're going to fold it and it'll look like the bottom piece, and then serge it or sew. So the one on the left is what it looks like after you sew it, and the one on the right is when you turn it inside out. So I use this wooden dowel to turn mine inside out. So I totally messed up and didn't show it in the next step, but you're going to sandwich this between your main piece and your lining piece, and I'll explain that later. Again, this is where the straps would go, but now we're going to put our lining piece over our main fabric, and you're going to want to transfer the clips over, making sure that you're catching all the layers. So again, this is before you serge it, but this is where your strap should go, sandwiched in between, and they'll go right where those two clips are. So now you're going to want to serge all the way around, and we're going to start at this edge all the way around the heart, and then we're going to stop right there. And this is what it looks like after you've serged it. So now we're going to turn it inside out. And this is how it looks like once you flip it out, and there are the two straps behind the frill. Now we're going to take our back piece and also the two side panels. So now we're going to place our side panels right sides together with our back piece. And you're going to want to sew it or serge here and here. So now we're going to work with our back elastic. You're either going to want to create a casing like this, which I'll show you later, but I'm actually going to serge mine on. If you serge it on, I recommend dividing it into threes so that way it evenly disperses your elastic. This is how it looks after it's been serged on, and we're just going to want to fold it down, clip in place, and top stitch it down. So now I'm going to show you how it's done with the casing in the back. What I like to do is take my elastic and give myself a little room for stitching and measure that. Then I pull my elastic out, and you're just going to want to clip that down. And then you're just going to want to stitch it down. So now that your casing is stitched down, you're just going to want to thread your elastic through, and I do that using a safety pin. And you want to make sure that some of the elastic is sticking out just so you can stitch it down in place. We're going to take our front piece and our back piece, and we're going to place them right sides together, lining up all the side seams and the bottom seam. And now you're just going to stitch these in place here, here, and the crotch seam. It'll look like this once finished, and now we're going to work on the leg elastic. And you're going to want to refer to the elastic chart on the pattern, cut out your 2 leg elastics. And just how I showed you how to make a casing for the back part, you can do the same thing for the legs, but I am going to serge my legs on and top stitch it down. So I sew my elastic into a circle, divide it into 4 parts, and just clip that on equally onto the leg hole. This is how it'll look serged on. Now we're just going to flip it in and top stitch that down. And that's the love romper all finished up. It is so pretty. It's the prettiest pattern ever. Make sure to take a look at the links down below to Retro Sparkle Designs, and thank you guys so much for watching.